everybody, this is BKC back in Planet Explorers, version 889 looks like. I kind of checked out this version. Didn't really change that much. Most of the bugs I'm complaining about are still there. Actually, some of them are actually quite worse. Just load up a default character. See what's going on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming. As the first humans to ever venture out this far into the frontier, I cannot emphasize how proud I am to have made this journey with you, all of you. I look forward to us building a new home together. Let us make Baria into a shining beacon of the human civilization. Many rivers we had to cross, but we finally found our way.
Separation complete.
We are going for atmospheric entry burn in 3, 2,
Standby.
mark!
Object approaching. Emergency evasion.
Too fast!
Extensive portside damage.
Get out of here!
All quarters! Evacuate the ship!
The Epiphany
All quarters!
going down.
I've been playing with some of the rendering settings on basically the driver's side, because there's not much you can do on the actual game side.
You're awake.
Kind of
When
been,
we crashed,
I think it
we
was
were both
some
gone.
of the settings for ambient occlusion.
Made on Earth.
Got some of this flickering to kind of calm down a little bit, and it actually put a little bit more load on my CPU. Some of the multi-thread optimization, I kind of forced that on now, and it put a few, about maybe 3 or 4% extra load on my CPU, which is actually kind of good. I wish I could actually get it higher. I would like to. I mean, I'd be perfectly happy with a 50 or 75% load on my CPU and just have the game run fine, but yeah, I did get it to probably the best I've ever got the game to look. It's crisp without any kind of, without any kind of, blurriness, and turning the anti-aliasing off is usually you get like some jaggies and stuff like that. But for some reason, the settings that I made driver side have corrected a lot of that. I don't know what I did, but it looks pretty good. So the game is getting like better looking. Not that this game always was the best graphics wise, but never really expected it to.
I checked the locator. We should be somewhere on this.
The problem I'm having is the actual gameplay is not
what we were
really
expecting.
there where it should be.
Did you not pay attention?
They got some new. The missions are starting to pop up here now, and you can't get your. There's no. Either I don't know how to do it, or there's no more like mini quest thing. I can't see my missions, so now I have to hit Q, go here, which I never really actually ever use this anyway, and I mean, if there's a way to use it, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, before I had my list of my missions down here, you know, and I could move them wherever I wanted, and I can close it for screenshots and combat, and now I don't have anything. I just have, you know, I mean, I know this like the back of my hand. I got to find an emergency kit, but now I have to pull up every time. I have to pull up this, look at my missions. There's very little information here. You know, it's called emergency kit. Find the emergency kit. It's the goal. Gives me about. There's no given by, return to, or, you know, return into, like any other quest game would have. That forces you to go to a screen like this. You should have some kind of information. There's very, very, very little information in the screen, which is basically why I never used it, and I used the little miniature version, which just kind of kept track of, you know, just a checklist, a to-do list. But I don't know how to bring that to-do list up anymore. To go into options, go into hotkeys. I don't see anything, you know, I don't see like a like a Alt Q or don't really see anything. You know, Q is just your mission, that's it. So I don't know what they're changing there, but for this particular version it's very, very annoying. Even if they add something to make it better, I mean, it's coming up here that you received the new mission, but I never really liked this anyway because I can't move it. I miss 99.9% of the things that show up here. And then compatibility with a lot of software, having it here is terrible. When I'm doing testing to try to get the engine to run its best, and I got my frame and my GPU monitor software. It's up in this corner, and I can't see any of this anyway. So I have no clue what I'm getting, what I'm receiving, what missions I'm getting, what's going on. When I'm using OBS, luckily I can use OBS on this game on another monitor. But if I couldn't use OBS, I would have to use my my rendering software Capture, and its control panel is in this area also, which cannot be moved. So compatibility with a lot of other software, but not still to this day not having these windows moved is not very good. It's really, really inconvenient. Like I said, once again, my thing is I would just, if I could move it, I would pull it down to like right here above the character bar, and you know, because this is my information center down here. You know, this mini map that should be movable at some point in time, I would imagine. And I hope this gets movable, but we're still not there yet. And like I said, my little quest log thing, see, now it's just updated to, I have it turned in, you know, I mean, I guess the quest automatically turned in. Yeah, we definitely need some work in this area, because new players are just going to be like, what's going on? I don't know what to do, and I don't know where to check I mean, I don't know. Let's say, I mean, you can go down to mission, and it just pulls this up, but see, get herbal juice and give to Gertie. Making juice. They don't have the, there's no information. Get the items to make the, it's kind of like, okay, well, so you have to know to hit Alt-Y. You have to know to bring yourself. You have to know. It's kind of taking a step backwards. It was definitely better the way it was. The other system wasn't perfect because a lot of people missed out on it and was left like, what the hell do I do? Now it seems even worse. I would have thought, we would have accommodated more players. It seems like the game's starting to lock people into you play my way or don't play at all, which is kind of not in the spirit of this game. I've always played in F2 mode or third person because this mouse moving the mouse and having to constantly right click the screen to turn, it's impossible to fight like that. It's impossible to do anything like that. I don't know anybody who uses it, but it's still in the game, and I'm okay with that because if somebody wants to use it, that's fine. I don't know why anybody would. I don't know why anybody who does. Matter of fact, almost everybody I've seen playing the game, I'm like, hey, why don't you hit F2? And they're like, oh my God, thank you for telling me about that, because it's hitting in the options menu. It's not very, when you install the game, they give you the options between the F1 and F2 mode, which way you want to play the game, but that information is so early in the game that nobody even knows what it means, or what it means to their play style, or what it's even going to do to their game. It's like, so you just pick one, and then the good thing is that it makes no difference because the game's going to stick you in the mouse control mode anyway, regardless of what system you've chosen, and then it's up to you to figure out how to do get into the better mode, which 99% of the people play in, which is a big mistake, and I still to this day don't understand why we still don't have this fixed. Do I have the stuff? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make 10. I didn't realize I picked up that much stuff. Okay, let's go. So now I got 10 herbal juice. Like I said, if I was running any other software, if I was overclocking my graphics cards, monitoring them for any reason, checking out memory usage or anything like that, or running my other screen capture software, I still would not be able to see this area of the screen. So I still can't believe we can't move some of these things that make the game, it's just accessibility and ease of use stuff. We still can't do it. We've had it before, and we still don't have it back in the game yet.